Everybody, so I put together a quick video just to show you how to take apart the center console of the Dodge Charger. I assume this would work for any 15 to probably 20. I don't think they're changed much, but I had to do this to reroute an iPhone cable. The previous cable I had ran, I put underneath the kind of armrest area and ran it that way, but basically what happened is the armrest was resting on the cable itself and caused it to fail. It was pinching it. So I put this out there for you guys just because there's not a whole lot of videos that are showing how to take apart the center console area, and really it's not that tough. It's just, you know, when you have a video and you know where all the clips are, it comes apart a whole lot easier. So this is for you guys. Okay, so the way I originally ran this, you can see down there, I kind of drilled out a little bit of where this bolt goes. There's 4 bolts that hold this center armrest in. And right down there, just kind of fish the cable through there and put the screw in, not as tight. And like I said, that worked for about 5 months, but what I ended up having problems with my iPhone disconnecting. And when I pulled the cable out, that was the culprit right there. It was just too much weight from this pushing down on the cable. So the new plan was to basically run the cable. As you can see right now, I have it plugged in. I just drilled out a little hole. I think it was like 9/30 seconds or something like that. Right there. So the plan is to run the cable from here straight through underneath here right up into my proclip mount. So to do that, I had to take everything apart, and that's why I'm making the video, because I didn't see many very good videos on how all this trim comes apart. So as I'm putting it back together, I'm going to show you where the clips are that you need to know about so you can get this thing together and take it apart a little bit easier than I probably did. Just wanted to show you guys what happened with that old cable. I kind of misspoke previously. I took those 4 bolts out. I didn't drill anything out. I just removed the bolts and ran this cable down through where the hole was, where the bolt was. And then this didn't tighten the bolt all the way back down on that one hole where I had fished the cable through. So, but as you can see, the armrest was sitting on this guy, pinched it pretty good. That's what caused it to fail. Okay, guys, just want to show you how I have the actual iPhone cable ran. So, obviously plugged into our USB port back there, drilled a small hole there to get through underneath the cup rest here. Again, this clip is below. This wire won't rub on anything because the cup rest is above that. Ran it down. You can see a wiring harness down there. Figured the wire's running there anyways. Might as well be a good spot to run it. So you can see it comes through over here underneath the shifter. I'm going to make sure I have this routed so it's not going to touch anything that's moving. And then right out the front there to my proclip. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to show you some of the areas and clips that you need to be aware of when you're taking apart the center console, whether you're fishing wires or whatever you need to do with it, installing switches. First off, start with the trim piece around the shifter right here. This one comes out super easy. There's 4 clips. There's a clip here, a clip here, and then one on each side. You can see the clips in here, right there, and then down here. Same exact thing on the other side. So just pry those up. This pops right out, super easy. Also, this guy right here, the side, you can see there's a clip right there. If you want, you can pull that right out. There's a clip there, there's a clip there. That just pulls straight out. So very easy to get this up. If you wanted to take the shifter out, you're gonna have to pull the boot way up. There's a screw that you gotta undo and you can pull it straight up. But for my purposes, I didn't need to worry about that. You can see the harness right here. You'd have to unclip that as well. So I didn't have to worry about that. Now for this center section where you got your slidey cup holder area, this was a little bit tricky for some reason. There's 2 clips. There's one back here, one back over on this side. So the 2 clips there, and there's 2 clips in the front of this. Okay. Right now I have everything disassembled, so I'm just going to pop it right out and I'll show you where the clips are so you're aware. So this is how it's sitting in the car. I'm going to flip it over. You can see the clips here. There's one there, one there. So those 2 clips just pry up super easy. Put your pry bar in there, comes right out. You can probably just pull them out. The clips that are in the front, right here, these are a little bit tricky. You can see these are the type of clips that you have to depress right here to get it to come out. Even with kind of being able to see that in there, I don't know, for some reason those 2 gave me a hard time. Okay, so again, that's the orientation of this thing. I'll show you where they kind of clip in. There's a hole right here. So if you take a pick or a pry tool and kind of angle it towards the back like my finger is right now, you should be able to press on those clips and it should pull out easier for you. Again, I'm posting this so you guys could learn from my difficulties. Once that pops off, again, it comes off easy at that point. Then you have this slidey piece. There's 6 screws, 1, 2, other side, 3, 4, and then right in the front, 5 and 6. You do undo those screws, and this piece, this little trim piece, comes right out. Okay. Next, you have your cup holder. Cup holder has a couple clips in the back. Pull it up. It is clipped in, so be aware of that. It's clipped in down there. You can see my iPhone cable. That's what I'm doing right now, is running this cable. You could undo the clip if you want. You don't have a ton of room, but you could set it down on the seat. You got enough room for that. So if you need to fish any wires through here, you can see down there, there's a wiring harness with a bunch of cables already running through there. So that's why it's probably a good spot to run through cables right here, since it's already being utilized for that fashion. Okay. And that's really it, guys. I mean, if you take it back farther, I didn't take this apart, but you can see there's 4 bolts down here for the glove box armrest area. Originally, I ran my cable through that hole right down there. But what happened is the armrest over time was basically sitting on that cable, and it caused the cable to fail. So if you undo those 4, you can kind of loosen it up enough to kind of run a cable down there. But again, it pinched my cable and caused it to fail. So probably not the best idea. So that's that. Hopefully that helps you guys get that apart. All right, so last video, I just want to show you how everything kind of looks installed with the cable. One thing I did want to mention, you need to have a 2.2 meter cable from Apple if you are using the proclip mount. The stock one that comes with your iPhone is like 3 inches short. It just won't work. So you got to spend 30 bucks, unfortunately, to get the right cable. As you can see, I got some extra slack here. Here's the console. There's a hole that I drilled. Drilled it from this side, by the way. But what's nice, we put this cover down there. Kind of covers up the cable, nice and clean. And then when it comes out over here, didn't have to modify any of this trim. It kind of just sits in here nice. There's the clip. If I want to run it landscape for whatever reason, I can do that. Got plenty of room. And the phone sits in there nice and clean. Everything's back together. We are good to go. So hopefully that helped you guys out. Have a great day and stay safe.